Ooh, I am pleased to announce the blue sky and the sun is officially back. Thank goodness, because that cold and that rain is not a fan of. It's definitely not a fan of that. So as you guys saw in the previous videos, we went ahead and pulled the VR6 out of this thing, got it all torn apart, and we found massive amounts of carnage. The head was destroyed, the piston was destroyed, and there's probably more damage further down. I just can't pull the block out just yet, but it was pretty bad. Like, there was a hefty amount of destruction inside there. So Steve has found a 2.8, a stock 2.8, I believe, head and block that's literally 10 minutes from the house that we're gonna pick up today. Now, I haven't seen it. I have no information about it except for it's a head and it's a block and they're separate. So I can actually hopefully just pick each one up and set it in the back of the wagon and bring it home. But we'll see. We're gonna find out together. I have no idea what this thing has, if it's stock, if it's not stock, if it has anything done to it. But this is the start of the rebuild for this thing. Now, the plans for actually rebuilding the entire engine, I believe he's keeping it stock bottom end unless he finds a good deal on rods and pistons, he said. But I think the plans would be ARP head studs, head spacer, and then just run it. I think he's putting a lot of the parts from the 2.9 onto the 2.8 and go from there. So we will be finding out too. Like, it's not my car, it's not my engine, it's not my rebuild. So I'm just kind of gathering parts as we go. So we'll see what it actually turns into, but hopefully in not too long, this thing's back on the road. All right, so we're about to head to the bank real quick, pull out some money, and then go pick up this engine. I can't believe you found one that fast, literally this close. It's like, it's 10 minutes from the house, which is crazy. It's so close. We are back in the trusty wagon. This thing just, she never lets us down. So it looks like, according to this, we're going maybe a storage unit. I think it's right back over, right up here. I think maybe it's a shop. I think it's this building up here. Little underground garage, basically. And they got a bunch of cool stuff in there. I see a Passat wagon. They got like drift cars. Let's go meet this lady. And you said this is the 2.8, right?
Das ist 2.8, oder?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Making sure.
I'm the translator. His English is not so good. He understands more than he can speak.
Okay, no, good. It's much better than the one we have right now. Oh, at the bottom?
Yeah. We had it in internet and nobody wanted the whole one, so we make everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now somebody comes. That's the project of my husband. You want to throw it a little bit on the side or so?
I look at the bottom just a second, making sure the soda walls. You'll have to be okay. Yeah, it's a very nice little shop you have.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Thank you. This is a G60, right?
Yeah,
It's come in this in the Golf 2. I have a brother in Seattle and a sister. No, a brother in Oregon, and a sister in Seattle, and my aunt lives in California.
Oh, does she like California?
I never was there. I never met him before. I only know. I called my brother one time.
Kind of going through, checking out all their builds.
That's Porsche Jaguar.
Oh, okay.
Black Cherry has Black Cherry from Jaguar.
This back here is it was a G60, now it's a G65. You said 0 kilometers, right? Everything brand new? That's so cool.
Everything brand new.
Everything brand new.
Yeah.
7,000 euros.
Yeah, 7,000 euro rebuild.
Yeah, and that's not all. There's then here things.
Oh yeah, I mean there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
This is my kind of shop. It's awesome. 0 miles G65. So cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Yeah, I think it's very, very clean.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So it's never ran.
No.
No, this is rebuilt, brand new, never ran. Wow, that is so clean.
Das von Nockenwelle von Schrick.
Jeez. Oh, it's a strict cam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Definitely some cool stuff in here. Alright boys, we got ourselves a head and a block from a 2.8 after talking to them for a while. Super nice couple. They have their really cool like shop at like the bottom of their building basically, and the guy who is there who owns it, they work on their cars all the time. They have so much stuff in there. That G65 was so cool. So it was a G60, They took everything out, rebuilt it, and like, I guess boarded it over a little bit, so now it's a G65, and everything on that engine is brand new. He says like a 7,000 euro rebuild. It's never even seen oil, never been run. He said it should have about 260 or so to the wheels, which is plenty for a Mark II Synchro, which is awesome. And then they have his, I think you filmed it, the Burgundy B4 Passat. That one's gonna get a VR6 supercharged for that one. It's a lot of cool stuff. They're very nice. There's so much parts everywhere, and I feel really good about this engine now because like it's kind of sketchy buying an engine from somebody you don't know. But when they pulled it, they're really nice people. But when they pulled it, it had all brand new chains on it, so the engine had relatively low miles, and they pulled it because they wanted the body of a different car for something else. But either way, we now have a 2.8 block and a 2.8 head for Steve's car. I said we're gonna wait on whether he wants to do pistons and rods. We're doing the head spacer, obviously the ARP head studs, and I'm not sure what else he's gonna want to do, but hopefully in not too long the car is back up and running. Safely back home with the goods. I gotta say I'm quite glad I have these boxes in here to use as a flooring because there's oil all over this stuff, but thankfully it's only on the boxes, so we're good. But this is the bottom side of the block here. Everything looks pretty clean. I don't see anything out of place, so that looks good. Not bad. A little dirty, but honestly, it's not bad. Like I said, he had relatively low miles on it. The chains on here had just been replaced before he pulled them off. So I think we got us a good one here. Now I gotta figure out where I want to store this until Steve's ready for it, because you guys know the 1.6 wagon, it's a great vehicle, but like, it's slow as it is. Adding all this weight to the back of the car just makes this thing so much slower. So this needs out of the car. I think we'll go ahead and just clean out this section right here and just put that block and head just in front of this block and head and have a little VR6 gang over here. Boom. Block and the head. Made it to the garage right next to the other block on the head, just kind of chilling. But overall, this thing actually looks fairly clean. I didn't see anything inherently wrong with it. The cylinder walls look pretty clean. There's no like crazy rust on the block. A little bit dirty down here, but that's very normal stuff. It all looks pretty intact. One that's weird, so this is they said it's a 2.8 block and head, but there's no actual, normally it'll say the marking right here, or this one I don't see it at all. Now, if you look at my VR6 over here, my old one, right back here, you can see it has the AAA right there, and then on Steve's car, it has the ABV right there because it's a 2.9. But this one has no marking, whether it was shaved off or I don't know. But overall, looks pretty clean. Like I said, he might be doing pistons and rods. I don't know for sure what his plan is, but this is at least step one. We have a new block, we have a new head, and we are on the road to getting the wagon back on the road. I want to pull the head out of here real quick. I believe the only thing it's missing is just the cams. We're gonna use the ones off the 2.9 anyways. But the valve looks to be okay. It has the cap still. The valves are in it. Being a 2.8, it should still be not the heavy duty valves and springs and stuff. We'll see. Get you out of there. There we go. Careful. There. So top side here, you can see we still have lifters. I'm sure the springs and everything else is still inside there. Looks fairly clean. I don't see any like metal shavings or debris, which is good. This side looks to be okay. This is the exhaust side, and this is the front side over here. Everything looks to be in good working order, and then the bottom side here, much nicer compared to our giant hole we had in one of them and just destruction. So hopefully this setup here works good for the car and gets it back on the road. All I know, boys, after like all this engine stuff, working on that car for the past few days, I just want my car to be boosted so bad, and it's gonna get boosted, like I said. But building an engine, very expensive, and I want to build the bottom end, build the top end, just kind of like not necessarily overbuild it, but I want it to be very strong, very reliable, very bulletproof, so whatever I want to throw at it horsepower wise, it's gonna handle and just take it. This thing's been great so far, super reliable. I want to build the exact same kind of thing, just with a turbo back there and same reliability if I possibly can. I'm gonna try my best to do it. It's just pricey. Building an engine is so expensive between pistons, rods, and all the other stuff that's in there. It gets pricey very quickly. But hopefully in the near future. So I went ahead and pulled the head off of my original VR6 out of my car. Haven't looked at it in a long time. You can see everything was done. It was decked, and it was cleaned out. All new chains. It didn't get new pistons, but it has all new bearings, piston rings, all that kind of fun stuff. Everything in the bottom end's new, besides like the crank itself and the pistons are the factory ones. But all the other components got put in there new. The reason why I didn't use this block, if you are new to the channel, the head got machined wrong, so the valves weren't sealing, and I didn't trust the guy who did it to touch the engine again. So I just took this one back, and then I ended up buying the Mark IV AFP 12 valve, and I swapped it in there because we were on a time crunch, and I wanted the car to run. So the car runs fine now, but this was the original plan for the car. Kind of sad. So I said this bottom end might be good still, but until it goes to machine shop, I'm not gonna fully build it and put it back together until I know for a fact that everything down here was done right, which I don't trust the guy who did it because I just don't trust him. So eventually we'll use this one again. But I wanted to see this. Look at this. So on the right side, we have our blown out head. In the middle, our used head, and on this side, this was my new head. So you can see how nice and clean it is. All the valves are new. These are Tectonic Tuning big valves. I can't remember what size they were, but these are the larger valves. Everything's nice and clean. Like I said, he took too much off of here, as I explained, and the valves weren't sealing for almost every single cylinder. I think I had such low, ridiculous. I had zero compression on some of these cylinders. It was ridiculous, but all clean. All the ports clean. These are actually Mark IV AFP cams. I put the Mark III 262 ones in there because the Mark IV cams work better with the Mark IV intake manifold and not so much with the Mark III one. But look how clean this thing is. All the ports are clean. Such a shame. There's a lot of money in this head. Such a shame. So the plan is to take this one back to a shop, have them go over and fix it if they can, because all those parts in there I do want to use again because it's a very nice head. Now over here we have the used head. You can see some buildup here on the valves, but overall looks to be pretty clean for the most part. A little dirty in here. Obviously I haven't been clean like that one, but for the most part it looks clean. The lifters here look to be okay. I have another set of lifters if they aren't good, but they should be fine. And then over here, we have the completely blown out, just gone. Gone, absolutely gone. This one's hit, that one's hit, that one's hit, that one's hit. Only this one survived. But the rest is just, whew, it's so bad. There's like a giant crater. I haven't seen it before. There's like a giant hole in that one. This thing saw some serious action. So I said we'll probably use most. So this head already has valves. Obviously, it already has lifters and springs. It's just missing the cams, which we're going to use the cams off the 2.9. So we use these ones for that one. The new chains of this one for that one, and then most of the parts off of that engine over there. We'll just go right to that block and be good to go. I don't know if he wants to do like heavy duty lifters or retainers for this one. Just to make the head stronger, but we'll see. This one has all that HD. I'm so upset this head didn't work out, but that's the plan. Eventually, this will be my VR6 turbo engine. We'll get it sorted out eventually, but I want to put it side by side because it's kind of funny to see like brand new, 0 miles, used a little bit of miles, and just like completely just blown out, like gone. That's wild to see them side by side like that. I really need to get on this thing. I'm slacking. I got this perfect VR6 turbo platform waiting to go, and I've done nothing with it. I apologize. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to this one. I need to find a machine shop, drop this off, drop that off, let it get gone through. Once I know it's a good platform to build off of, then we can start. But I don't want to put any money into it yet, just to make sure if it wasn't savable or something was wrong with it that I didn't want to use it. I just want to have it checked out first. You ever just like sit in your garage and just stare at your car and just think, I need so much more money? Yep. The past like 10 minutes, just like the car's right here, the spare engine's over there. I mean, like, I just need so much more money. It's just the life. Eventually though, eventually. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you're excited to see the VR6 Turbo Wagon come back. I know I am. I don't know exactly when it'll be, but hey, we got the first pieces towards the rebuild, so that's always good. Don't forget, be thankful for yourself. They will see you guys next time. Peace.